Hi everybody, happy Wednesday. I don't know about you guys, but it's raining here in California, so-called sunny California, but let me know what it's like for you guys. I'm curious to know if I should even be complaining or if you guys are going through like snow or anything crazier. But as you guys know, or you guys picked it, you guys said last live stream you wanted to hear all about my personal experience with whey and vegan protein. I actually have all the receipts here for you guys, so that way you'll be able to see pictures throughout my own journey. So let me just hold that up. Like, we're gonna be breaking it all down. As you guys can see, I was a little bit bigger back then, and I'll explain why. But yeah, I'm super excited to talk about this. I'm so sorry for my headphone users if that clap was really loud. I do apologize. And as you guys know, oh, actually, surprise, this is a whole new setup. Just wanted to be a little bit closer and more up close and personal with you guys so I can see the comments a little bit better too. And just interact with you guys while you're just already talking throughout it. Before I wasn't able to do that. I did see a question. Is this for the protein powder? Yes, we are going to be talking about whey protein powder versus vegan protein powder and just my personal experience with that, because it was a rough one. It was actually very, very traumatizing to say the least. So I can't wait to break it down with you guys and share everything with you. Again, for people who are just now joining in, I'm going to be breaking it down. I have the receipts, I have the pictures to show you guys all throughout my journey. And just to back up everything in case you guys are like, oh, but it could have been this that caused that. I'm like, I have the receipts, guys. I have it ready to share with you all. But before we get started, I'm just gonna very quickly talk a little bit about like the more educational differences between whey and vegan protein before I get into my own personal experience, because my own personal experience is like, that's a story. And then you're gonna wanna stick around throughout because randomly I will be giving away some special goodies. So you're gonna wanna stick throughout all the way to the end because you'll have no idea when I'm giving out these random goodies, and it will be going out to 10 different people. So you're gonna wanna take a seat, grab a snack, grab your protein drink, whatever you're drinking right now, and come sit down over here and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. So first things first, let's talk about the differences overall. So some key differences is, and I have my notes here like always, but whey protein is derived from milk. It's more of like a milk-based protein. And vegan protein is plant-based, and especially with ours, we use pea and brown rice protein in order to make it. So that's the key differences. Another thing is that whey protein is more known for causing bloating, causing acne, just if you're sensitive to dairy, if you're lactose intolerant, just overall whey protein is just not the best choice in that case, but it is known for that. It is also known for being more fast absorbing, but again, all protein is, we take great care of our formula in order to make sure that our vegan protein is just as fast absorbing. That was a tongue twister. But vegan protein is also known for being more easily digestible. So if you are somebody with a sensitive stomach, highly recommend it. Especially also if you just want to avoid dairy altogether. Maybe it causes acne for you, maybe it causes bloating for you, etc., etc. And then a lot of people have this misconception that vegan protein is grainy or chalky. Trust me, I got my facts right for this, for you guys, because I wanted to make sure I was able to give you the right, correct answers on this. We spent over a decade trying to create the perfect formula for our vegan protein powder, so that way it's not chalky. You're getting all the nutrients so that your body can absorb it. It has all the proper ingredients to make sure that it's not too high in calories. You're getting the right amount of protein. And you know, if you are somebody who just wants a little extra protein, just double scoop it and it'll be easily digestible and it won't cause any bloating, versus if you were to try to do that with whey protein. So I'm just throwing that out there for you guys to understand how much we take great care with our formula to make sure that we're giving you the best thing ever. So just to keep in mind. of like any misconceptions that you hear about it. In general, vegan protein, not ours. Go ahead and taste ours because it's good. But yeah, so those are just some like basic understandings of the differences between it, vegan and whey protein. So let's talk about my experience with it because it was a rough one to say the least. But before I get started, I did mention that I am giving away 10 to 10 different people 10 different goodies. So, well, it's not different goodies. You're all going to get the same thing because equality. But we're going to give out to 10 people randomly throughout this whole live stream. So I'm going to do my first 2 people right now. So I want to give out to 2 random people right now. The first 2 people to comment, and Salpi's going to help me because she's moderating. So the first 2 people to comment right now are going to get our sample pack. So let's see. I see a comment that just went out. Okay. I think it's Jay Ukez. Let me know if I'm saying that right. So you'll be getting one of them. We still have one more person. Okay, we got Goddess. Those are our 2 people. Okay, so Goddess. And don't worry guys, if you are commenting now, like there's still 8 more giveaways that I will be giving away throughout this entire live stream. So stick around through the whole thing. If you did just get selected right now, please DM us after this, just so that way we can go ahead and get you your goodies. Okay, before I get started about my whole thing, guys, we all take a moment? This is what I used to look like when I was consuming whey protein, okay? I was very puffy. I was extremely puffy throughout, even like making a duck face. Like she was not slim at all. I was having major like freakouts all over my face. I was just overall a puffy girl from everything. And so let me just like talk a little bit about it. So why did I first go to whey protein? When I first started my fitness journey, I had absolutely like no idea where to begin, what to consume, what to take, what to even look for in the nutrition labels or ingredient section. Like I was very lost, and of course I turned to TikTok because who doesn't turn to TikTok for their information? I know that's like my news source, but I turned to TikTok and a lot of the people were taking whey protein. And I was like, okay, so I should take whey protein. And, I just did like the most generic whey protein that you can find at Walmart, like something that was quick. This was all throughout the pandemic. So I was just going to whatever was quick and easy to grab. And I, again, didn't know what I was doing. I was over consuming the heck out of it because I really wanted results. I used to be underweight. I used to be tiny. I was made fun of a lot for being a very small, fragile girl. Oh wait, yeah, that's literally the new Google. But I just wanted to get bigger and I had no idea about calories, macros, tracking, making sure that I was like eating properly. I kind of just ate everything in sight because I was always told to get bigger because I was so small. And I just, again, ate everything. I overconsumed the heck out of my whey protein. I would have like a whey protein shake in the morning. I would have one at night because I was on the goal to get bigger. And that was probably like the first of many mistakes I made when I started consuming whey protein and just in general my fitness journey. But we learn from our mistakes. So this was during that time, as you guys can see, when I first started. I should have actually printed a picture of what I looked like before. I was like half the size, but I dirty bulked basically. I, again, didn't really know what I was doing or consuming. When I started to like continuously consume the whey protein, I started to feel very bloated. I started to break out more. I started to genuinely like hate taking pictures. I hated to just go out. I didn't like how I was looking, but at the same time, I was consuming so much that I was seeing results, but I was getting huge at the same time from consuming my whey protein. And a lot of people are probably like asking, well, maybe you were lactose intolerant. I wasn't. I still eat cheese. Like, I love eating cheese now, and I'm like fine. I've never had an issue with dairy. I've never had an issue with like consuming cheese or milk, like none of that. And even throughout this point, like it was, I don't know what happened with that, but I just know that I had a very rough experience with whey. And I'll explain why it resulted to being whey protein. But anyways, so carrying on, I ended up doing this for about a year and a half. I got really big in a year and a half, and then I just went through something. It was something personal in life. A loved one passed away, so I completely like stopped my journey. I fell off a little bit. I wasn't really into the journey as much as I was before. When I came back, when I was ready to come back to the gym, come back to eating properly, I was like, okay, I'm going to take things a little bit differently about like how I was over consuming my whey protein. And like I mentioned before, if you guys are just now joining in, I was consuming a whey shake in the morning, a whey protein shake at night, and I was eating a lot throughout the day. And I just got really big, puffy. I was eating a lot of sodium. Like I was retaining all the water everywhere in my body. And just the whey protein was making me bloated and break out a lot. So now fast forward to where I have pictures again. Fast forward to where I was. I wanted to restart my journey. I wanted to take things a little bit differently. I wanted to focus on the things that I was putting into my body. And so I was eating a little bit better in the sense of like the foods aspect of everything, but I was heavily relying on my whey protein to carry me home to my protein goal in order to reach my goals. And you know, if you are somebody who is tracking your macros and you need to like reach your protein goal, say you're trying to get like 120 grams of protein in, at first it can be hard and scary, and I totally understand that. And me back then, I was freaking out about making sure that I was reaching my protein goal and just making sure that I was able to get there. Otherwise, I would have I would crash out and freak out. And I don't know, that's not a good thing. I hope this is like helping somebody who might be going through that. Like, it's okay. You don't have to worry about that. Like, I totally understand, but don't let it be your whole personality. Like, that happened to me. And that could be like a whole nother topic. But anyways, yeah, this is where she comes in. And nothing, I mean, I was a little tiny bit leaner, if you guys can like see a side by side. I was a little bit tiny, like a tiny bit leaner, but this was where I realized that the whey protein was causing all of these issues. And so before I get into that, let's do another round of 2 giveaway winners. Okay, so let's see. What should I have? Salpi, how should I give out these 2 winners? I don't want the comment. They have to like answer a question. Let's see. If you can guess how many if you know how many flavors do we have, the first 2 people who can guess the correct answer will get a prize. You told me. It was this number.
No, that's for the packets.
Oh.
The total number of protein flavors?
Yeah, total number of protein flavors. Who can guess the total number of protein flavors? And the first 2 people who guess that will get a prize. Let's see. We got some guesses in. 4, 8, 6, 5. Do any of those? Salpi's being my 7. Okay.
Okay, I see. Fine Nadia.
Yeah. Fine Nadia answered correctly. Okay, we need one more person to guess the correct answer. And Carla Janet. Yay! Okay, I love this. I love that everybody's participating. It's so cool. Okay, back to my story. Okay, if I just said your name, which was Carla, and
I'm taking note of them.
Oh, okay, cool. Salpi is amazing. She is taking note of them for me. Awesome. Okay, stay tuned, guys. We still have 6 more giveaways to give out by the end of this live stream. So you still have a chance if you're staying with me. Okay, so back to her. She was going through it. This was actually like the worst absolute possible time of my life when it came to what I was eating with my whey protein. This was where I realized that whey protein was my enemy and just the ruiner of my life. So basically, after I fell off and wanted to get back into the gym, I wanted to change how I ate everything. And I did. I did change that. But I went back to consuming whey protein. And I was eating whey cookies, whey protein brownies, like whey chips, like every snack I had and drink had whey in it at that point. And I would consume, I mean, like I would alternate throughout the days and throughout whatever. Like I wasn't just like flat out like eating all of that in one sitting. But it was like alternating throughout the days, like of the week and everything. And I just started to become really, really bloated again. And it was painful this time. The first time when I was here, like it wasn't painful, but I was very uncomfortable and didn't like how I looked. Here, where I started up again, just to give everybody a timeline reference, this was between like 2022 to 2023. And as you guys can sort of see, like I was like just bulging out in my stomach. Like I was just puffy all around. My face was just puffy. Everything was puffy. Like I just looked miserable. And it genuinely got to the point of where I didn't want to go out. It ruined my workouts because I'd literally go to the gym and immediately have like a stomach ache, stomach cramps. I needed to go to the bathroom like constantly. It just was horrible. Like it was painful. I didn't want to go out because I was so scared of having an upset stomach and then I never thought to think it was my whey protein because I was always seeing influencers on TikTok and Instagram consuming whey protein and I thought it was normal. I thought I was crazy. I thought like this shouldn't be happening to me. It doesn't happen to them. I've never seen anybody talk about it on social media. Like it must not exist. That was my thinking back then. And I used to just like literally just like shelter myself because I hated going out. I hated how I looked. I hated everything. And you know when your parents tell you like it's because of that phone. My parents would tell me the same thing, but they would say it's because of all that stuff you're eating. It's all that protein stuff you're eating. And I used to tell them like, no, like it's not that. Like I swear it's not that. You don't know what you're talking about. Like you don't understand. Like I see everybody else doing it and they're fine, so I should be fine. That's not it. I must be like something else must be going on. And it got to a point where I remember texting my mom in like the middle of the night. It was the worst, like a whole week's worth of just constantly going to the bathroom, like 10 times in just an hour. Like it was bad. It was painful. It was extremely painful. And I genuinely like hated everything going on in that time frame of my life. And that did not help. That was like the reason why it didn't help. And so I remember texting my mom and just being like, I don't feel good. Like this, I don't know what to do. And she was like, just stop eating what you're eating. Just stop all the whey stuff. Stop all that protein stuff that you're consuming and just see what happens. And in my world, I was like, no, like then I'm going to lose all my progress. Like I'm not going to be able to eat anything. And I'm just going to like go back to what I used to look like. Oh wait, I just saw that happened to me. My mom would say, no, literally like our parents already know. And we're just denying it. We're just being in denial. But yeah, at that point, I was at rock bottom. So I just listened to my mom and I stopped. I literally stopped. And I kid you not, guys, the next day, I was completely fine. And then I was like, okay, like let's just keep testing it out. So I stopped all my whey consumption completely. And I kid you guys, like I don't have a picture. I should have printed out a picture. But in 3 days, I remember this number because I went to Hollister. I went to the mall that weekend and I wanted to try on these jeans. And I tried on some jeans that were not my size, but they were so loose on me because I wasn't bloated anymore. I just like completely changed. Like I was not bloated anymore. And a lot of you guys might be thinking like, oh, well, maybe you are lactose intolerant. And then like I was saying before, like, no, like I still eat cheese to this day. Like me right now, my leanest I've ever been. Like I still consume cheese and dairy. Like I'm totally fine. But just for my people questioning me, just in case you're thinking about it, in this picture during this time was when I stopped Whey completely, but I was still bloated. Like I was still like just a very puffy girl. So that it's not even like, I mean, I stopped Whey. I was still taking Whey, but no dairy, and I was still like bloated. Like I tried everything out just to make sure. And like I even did like one of those diets where you rule things out to see what causes it. Like I tried everything at that point to see what was wrong. And it was as soon as I stopped taking whey protein was the moment my life changed forever. And another reason that I like wanted to take my vegan protein more seriously was because I was gonna get married. I got married last year. So this picture actually was the night I got engaged, and I was still pretty puffy. And as you guys can see, like I've leaned out a lot. I got married last August. I got engaged in June 2023. And so I was on a mission, guys. I was on a mission to get lean and fit for my wedding. So I completely was like, by way, like you are not. And I went straight over to, oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. You guys are so sweet. But I went straight over to vegan protein and was like completely fine. I had no problems with digesting it. I had no bloating issues. I haven't broken out at all. Like the only time I've ever broken out was around that time of the month, and that's like hormonal and that's understandable. But like I'm kid you not, guys, like during this time, like during these times, I was breaking out so much like on my face. It was rough. So, and then I wanted to show you guys this picture as well, because this was me from when I was consuming whey protein like a heck ton from my birthday. And then this was me from my birthday this year. Like you can clearly see like the physical change and difference between like consuming whey protein versus vegan protein. Like I am plant-based all the way because I have not, and I kid you guys not, like that sounded British. I kid you guys not. Like I remember being so scared to start incorporating protein back into my diet. And I knew that when I wanted to start doing that, it was going to be like plant-based vegan protein because I knew that that wasn't going to cause any issues. And I was right. Like as soon as I started incorporating that into my routine, I felt 100% better. Like you guys see it here. Like I don't look puffy like I was before. I eat around like my maintenance calories. Like I am not even trying to like be in a deficit at this point. Like I've lost the weight that I've needed to lose, and I'm maintaining on a plant-based diet, been doing it. And I've just overall feel better, feel more energized. Like, oh, like looking at these, looking at these pictures, guys, like I just was always sluggish. It really drained the heck out of me. So let me know if you guys have any questions about, I know I saw some things throughout here, but let me know if you guys have any questions about like my journey or maybe your own journey. You want to share something like something similar? Because I know when I even took it to TikTok myself, when I was going through all this like actively, like in the real time, and I would post about it on my TikTok, and like tons of people were talking about how they had like the same experiences. It was super similar. They were having the same like bloating pain, bloating issues, acne, like you name it. Like it felt like I wasn't alone. And for once, like I genuinely was like, okay, like I'm not crazy. Like this does happen to other people, but why does nobody talk about it? So I'm so glad that I was able to talk to you guys about this because I feel like not a lot of people do. Do you feel that that it made your weight loss stagnant? No. Are you talking about the whey protein or the vegan protein, like throughout that time? But to answer your question, no. I don't think it did that. But let me know, just so I can make sure I'm clarifying correctly. I feel like I'm doing something similar because I used to drink whey protein thinking it was good for my intake. Yeah, no, same. Like I literally thought it was and I was so scared to stop taking it because I thought I was gonna lose everything. Because I thought I was so scared to try other things because that's all I ever saw on TikTok and Instagram was people taking that. So, and I honestly didn't learn about vegan protein until like 2022. That's when I like started to learn about it more and understand it. So it's very like underrated that, and people just go toward what they see at Walmart and online without actually doing the research about what it could do to you or what it can't do to you. And of course, like you gotta just try out what works for you. What helped getting rid of the bloating? Cutting out the whey protein. That's literally what caused my bloating, was consuming whey protein. And as I kid you guys not, like as soon as I cut out the whey protein, it's like I deflated. Like I was inflated and then I deflated completely within the span of like 3 days. And I'm not saying that in the sense of like, oh, I lost weight in 3 days. No, like my bloating was so bad that it looked like I had extra weight on me. But I genuinely was just so bloated from the whey protein. And it was painful. It was like rock solid if you were to like had touched my stomach. It wasn't like fat. It was genuinely like rock solid bloating and it was painful. But as soon as I stopped taking my whey protein was when I completely like felt lighter like a feather. Like, sorry, I see more questions. I love this. I love talking. What do you recommend for me? Because I weigh 170 and I want to lose weight, but I want to grow my butt too. Yeah, no, I would totally recommend consuming your vegan protein, hopping on some Burn, and which is actually, do I have some here? I don't think I have any here with me. But Burn is our supplement that will help you. It'll help with your metabolism if you are somebody who is a little bit of like an overeater or not good with moderation control. If that's something that you struggle with, and this goes for everybody, if that's something you struggle with and you're trying to work on your metabolism. Oh wait, we have some here. Thanks, Alpie. This is our Burn. It comes in like a little capsule. But that will completely help you if you are somebody with a little bit more of a metabolism issue. Everything comes from within to see results on the outside. Just something to remember. But yeah, if you are trying to lose weight and build muscle at the same time, it's called body recompositioning. I highly recommend it. That's what I am currently doing, where you're eating at maintenance calories, but eating high in protein. And so, yeah, you're just gonna want to consume vegan protein so that way you're not bloated and you're getting in all your nutrients. It's a fast absorbing, so it will help you. You could take it any time of day, but you know, if you wanna take it after your workout, you most definitely can, just to like replenish yourself after a nice workout. But eating at maintenance calories and eating high in protein. So for me, for example, like I eat at my maintenance calories. You can find that online. Like you can even look on our website to take a test to find out what is yours. Or just like do like a general calculator online that you could find. And then just for the protein aspect of things, you're going to want to consume about like 1 gram to 1.2 grams per body pound. So like for me, like currently right now, I weigh around 115 pounds. So I will be eating, like I'm an eater at this point, but like I'm still staying lean. As you guys can see, like I'm still staying very much lean compared to what she was doing. And I eat around like 130 to 150 grams of protein a day. And that's all with like plant-based and whole foods. I do not consume whey. I do not advocate for whey because I'm very traumatized by it, guys. Very traumatized. It was a rough period. Okay, I don't know what happened, guys, but it looks like our internet like just like completely shut off the live. I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened, but if you're coming back from the live, it completely just like, I was trying to read my comments. I was like, I saw people had comments. So if you left me a comment, like, I'm sorry, Emma. I don't know what happened. The fact that I got skipped in the first giveaway. What happened? Wait, when did that happen? Don't worry, there's still 6 more spots, but okay, I'm glad you guys are coming back because I was like, what happened? I think it just like, I was trying to read the comments and then all of a sudden it said your live stream ended. I was like, oh, I don't know what happened. So, okay, but I'm glad everybody's coming back. Hello. If you did leave me a comment, we were talking about like, kind of just like answering questions about body recompositioning and it completely shut off my live.
What?
Yeah, I had to restart it all over right now. But I was going to read the comments and like the button to even end a live is all the way at the top. And I was down here and I was just like, oh, like and then it said live stream ended. And I was
Is it back now?
yeah, it's back now. I mean, like I had to start it over again. Salpy's here. We're just trying to figure out what the heck happened. Oh, your baby. Oh, that's funny. No, it wasn't your baby. I don't know if it was like it is raining a lot here, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Sorry, guys. But back to what we were talking about. If you guys do have questions about, you know, like your own personal journey, like if you're trying out vegan protein, if you're scared to try vegan protein or anything like that, if you guys just now joining from like now and you missed like the whole beginning part of me talking about like my own personal experience, like if you are just now joining, like this was me when I was taking whey protein. I was just a puffy, bloated, in pain girl, and then as soon as I stopped, I lost like, not that I lost weight, but I felt healthier. I felt better. I wasn't bloated anymore. I wasn't breaking out anymore. I had so many breakouts, like so many breakouts. It was painful. Everything was just, it was super uncomfortable. And then if you guys are just now joining in, like you can see like this is me from my birthday, like this year. And then this was for me from my birthday from when I was consuming whey protein. Like this is vegan versus whey. Like you can see a huge difference in my body in terms of like how I felt and everything. So if you guys are just now joining in, that's what we're talking about. Okay, let me see. I saw some people asking, I'm trying to tone up but lose weight at the same time. Do you recommend I take 2 scoops of one sole protein or 1? I've been taking just 1. If you recommend 2 scoops, do you recommend taking? It's totally up to your calorie goals. So if you are, you know, there's 120 calories in here and there's 21 grams of protein. So if your calorie goal is like, you know, if you're short of it, you can most definitely like create this as a meal supplement. You know, if you want to do 2 scoops and like create your own smoothie, create it as a meal supplement instead of like actually having a meal. You can most definitely do that. It sort of just depends up to you and your goals and your macros, like how many you're trying to take. And the nice thing is that it is vegan protein. So you're not going to feel bloated and you're not going to feel as like, it's not going to be hard to digest because it is plant-based. Like we talked about before, it's pea and brown rice based. So it's not like whey where it's like dairy's involved and you get all like bloated and uncomfortable and it's a little harder to digest. So if you do want to take 2 scoops, you most definitely can. It sort of just depends on if you're trying to, how much calories you're trying to reach for your goal and how much protein you're trying to reach. But you know, if you want to just do 1 scoop, you can most definitely just do 1 scoop for the day and then just get your calories and your protein in the rest of your foods from the rest of the day. I've lost about 80 pounds since mid-November. Yay, congrats. I don't drink protein. I currently use 1 sole creatine and burn. Do you recommend I start protein? I do. If you are trying to like continue to lose weight or if you feel like you want to, you know, build muscle, sort of just depends what your goal is. But regardless of what your goal is, having creatine, burn, and consuming whey protein, it's just more benefits for you at the end of the day. It's just going to help you reach your goals. And there's just so many factors that can contribute to why you feel like you're plateauing. But what comes internally is definitely number 1 to take a look at, just because what you're consuming and what you're putting into your own body reflects on your results. So I would recommend that just to make sure that you are, you know, hitting your protein goal, making sure that you are eating clean, whole foods. And this is a great supplement to incorporate into your routine, rather than just, you know, getting your calories in from something a little more artificial. In 1 sitting or 2 scoops in 2 sittings? Is that from a previous question? If you recommend 2 scoops, do you recommend taking 2 scoops in one sitting or 2 scoops in 2 settings? Oh, okay, I see from your previous question. Okay, so this person's asking if I recommend doing like 1 scoop in the morning and 1 scoop at night, like separating it, or if you want to do 2 scoops in one sitting, like one protein drink. I guess I would just say it's a personal preference, you know. Me personally, I probably would separate it just because, you know, like I would just much rather focus on like what is it, 8 ounces in the morning and then 8 ounces at night versus like trying to chug 16 ounces in one sitting or throughout the day, and like it gets whatever the case may be. That's just like my personal preference, so it's totally up to you what you would want to do and how you want to even make your smoothie. If you rather make it more like, you know, like a more chunky, not chunky, that's really not the word, like more like smoothie, like shake kind of way, you know, that kind of consistency where it's a little thicker, and you know, you want to throw in some stuff in there like bananas and whatever, peanut butter, like you want to make it more like that. That's totally up to you if you want to do 2 scoops or if you rather just do 1. It's just personal preference what you want to do. There's no like benefit of getting it all in one sitting versus getting it in 2 different settings, if that makes sense. As long as you hit your protein goal and your calorie goal by the end of the day, that's all that matters. I'm sure she was one soul protein. Yes, correct. How much did you weigh while taking whey? Love that question. So during like when I first started taking whey protein, I was at 150 pounds. So that was like how much I was at when I was at like my biggest, as you can see, and just like rough. It was just rough. Also, like you guys probably see, like I was having all of these like breakouts on my face throughout this time period, just because throughout my workouts I was sweating, and with all of like my acne breakouts that were happening, I was very irritated in my face. And actually I did some research that what the ingredients are in whey, because it's like dairy, and with like skin irritation, it can cause a lot of like itchiness, dryness, and that's exactly what happened to me. Like as you guys can see, sorry, I'm getting off topic, but like as you guys can see, like with my eye here and here and here, like I was very irritated, and that wasn't like the only spot where that was happening. It was just like all over my body. But so yeah, during the worst part of it all, like the very beginning, my biggest, I was 150 pounds. And then once I took a break and then came back and then started taking whey again, and then I got to this part where I was very painfully bloated, I was around 140, 145 pounds. And so come a long way. I'm around 115 pounds right now. I don't really track it too much because I've come a long journey mentally with my progress. Let's see. In here. Hi, Wayne. Okay, I'm just reading through some of these comments. I saw a video where Booty can recommend 2 protein shakes a day. Yeah, no, you can, it's again, it all depends, just answering this person's question where, you know, Booty King recommended taking 2 protein shakes a day. You most definitely can do that, you know, 1 in the morning, 1 at night, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, however you want to split it or take it, consume it. The only thing is just like, it just, again, depends on what your calorie goal is, your protein goal is. If you rather like supplement this as a meal replacement, versus like getting in something else, that's more so like the key understanding of it all is just if you are trying to just get your calorie and protein goal in more clean versus relying on something else to get your calories in, if that makes sense. So but if you are very confident in yourself where you're getting, you know, your lean meats in, your greens, your veggies, like you're getting all your proper fats, carbs, protein in throughout the day, and you have no issue with that, it's all like whole foods, clean, whatever, then, and you're confident enough to just have 1 protein shake a day, you most definitely can do that as well. That's where I'm at currently. I just do 1 a day because I get in the rest of my food in through like natural foods like chickens, shrimp, salmon, like all of that. And then I will have 1 protein shake a day because I just feel good about my balance with my meals. But that's me personally. If you feel that it's a little bit harder for you to even get breakfast in at the day, then you could take this in the morning, and then, you know, maybe you work out at night and then you want to take another shake. So totally up to you guys, just as long as you're reaching your calorie goal and your protein goal. I can't stress that enough. What flavor is your flavor? I really like, I'm a very like simple girl. I like the chocolate one. That's just me. I'm a very like chocolatey person. But there's so many good flavors. Oh, which reminds me, if you guys are here, let's do two more giveaways. So let's see, what should I first two people to, actually wait, I need to scroll down because there's actually been so many comments. Okay, let's see. What should my question be? Okay, first two people to comment down their favorite exercise will get another free goodie bag. Let's see. First two people to comment their favorite exercise. So that could be hip thrust, that could be RDLs.
And Gadsden.
Okay, awesome. We got Emma and Mrs. Gadsden, RDLs and burpees. Okay, burpees are your favorite? You're crazy. Oh my gosh. I have so much respect for you. That's insane. Okay, don't worry guys. We have 4 more people to, this is what we all paying attention. We got 4 more spots left to give out giveaways. So I'm going to go back to reading the comments of what some people were saying. I have the horchata and I ordered another creatine. Okay, another creatine. I love creatine. It has helped me stay lean and continuously like reshape my glutes, because that's been my focus and my goal lately, is just overall making my glutes look more like bubbly and plump, and while still being lean and fit. So I love my creatine so much. I love taking her. Let's see. Is it bad to drink 2 protein shakes a day? Not at all. Especially when it's vegan protein, because if you're new here, I was talking about how I would consume whey protein. Like I would have 1 in the morning, 1 at night, and it led me to being bloated, puffy, and in pain. So I highly would not recommend that, especially if you are a sensitive stomach girly, if you are a lactose intolerant girly, if you have any sort of digestive issues. I do not recommend whey because it really hurt me and I love talking about it because it's not talked about enough. But as soon as I started taking vegan protein, like and plant-based protein altogether, like I have not been bloated. I don't have any more breakouts, and it is completely okay for you to take 1 shake in the morning, 1 shake at night, or whenever you want to take 2 different shakes, or 2 in the same sitting. Totally up to you. But it is a lot more easily digestible, so it's totally okay. Let's see. Curious people's favorite protein flavors. I only have tried. You know what? I want to give Snart FB. Is this person still in here? Are you still in here? Let's see. Is Snart FB still in here? I see that you are. Snart FB, because you've only tried 1 flavor, I want to give you one of the goodie bags just so that way you can try all the flavors and then you can see which one you like the best. So I'm going to give you one. So we have three left, okay? 3 giveaways left because I want you to be able to try all of them and then you can see which one is your favorite. I'm 4 months postpartum and currently 155 pounds. I'm looking to lose quite a bit of weight, at least down to 125. Awesome, Emma. Well, you got this. I believe in you, girl. I highly would recommend, making sure that you're hitting your calorie goal, making sure that you're eating high in protein. And just again, you can totally do that by consuming your vegan protein so that way you're not feeling bloated, especially during this time of postpartum. I would recommend consuming the burn capsules so that way you can kind of help with your metabolism, boost it, so that way it's properly functioning and that way you are able to, get on the right track for losing weight. And then I would completely recommend creatine because that is a game changer for sure to help you like slim down, keep all the right curves of what you're trying to go for, just overall maintaining and building muscle while burning body fat. So I highly would recommend that, and I would recommend doing deep core exercises, especially being postpartum. So I highly recommend that. Um, let's see. Chocolate sea salt is so good. Yes, I know. I love that one. I'm just a simple girl, but I do like all the other flavors. But that one is my for sure like my go-to, easy to make. The chocolate sea salt one. Yeah. Salby put me on that one. How to know how many calories and protein to take. So I believe on our website you can check your calories.
Yeah, the macro quiz calculator.
Yeah. So there's a macro quiz calculator on our website that you can go. It's totally free to use, so that way you can check what your calorie intake should be. And then you kind of just like answer a couple of the questions, so that way you can like see what your current activity level is, your current height, age, weight, because all of that matters. So that way it can give you like the most accurate one, but it all comes down to like what your current activity level is. And just because if you are more sedentary, it's going to give you a different number versus if you're more active, it'll give you a higher number, just because you're burning calories more frequently. And so you'll be able to go ahead and check that. And then protein intake, it should be between 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per body pound. So depending what your goal is, if you are trying to like build muscle, build lean muscle, just overall build muscle and just like be toned, fit, I would recommend more on the 1 to 1.2 grams. If you are somebody who is trying to lose a significant amount of weight, like a lot, then I would recommend more of like the 0.8 to 1 gram per body pound. So, okay, let's see. Let's go. I hope that helped. Let's see. Just started a new 4-week HIIT workout and the burpees are giving me new life. Oh my gosh. Burpees are insane. Like, I actually, like, I can't. I give you so much respect for that. Is there any negatives to creatine? I highly, highly recommend that you go check out our previous live stream where I broke down all the things about creatine and like differences between creatine and pre-workout and our hydration sticks, because a lot of people can get like not confused, but there can be some misconceptions of like, well, don't they all do the same thing? They help with recovery. But I broke down all the key differences between it. And I even talked about a lot of misconceptions about creatine. So I highly recommend going and checking out my previous live stream about that. But to kind of sum it up, the only cons that you can see is based on your own performance with taking creatine. And what I mean by that is just like if you're not drinking enough water and not taking care of yourself properly, or if you have an underlying health condition that like your doctor is like, your kidneys are bad, like you shouldn't be taking this, like that's up to you and whether you do that. But other than that, it's completely safe. There's so much like science behind it. It's super highly tested. Just again, like we make sure that we have no BS ingredients in here. We have Creapure in there just to like overall help with how pure and perfect it is. But if you're not drinking your water and you're just, not consuming it in the right amount, then you could end up having like, stomach cramps, headaches. Like that's the only like con. But again, that's if you're not like taking care of yourself to drink enough water to keep up with replenishing it, to help absorb in the muscles. So that's it. Other than that, like you're totally good. A lot of people have the misconception of like the loading phase. So again, I would highly, highly recommend checking out my previous live stream where I did talk a lot about all those misconceptions. I didn't even put together that the whey and my dairy issues were linked. Chocolate is my favorite protein flavor too. Yeah, no, I didn't know that either. And again, like that's why I wish it was talked about more, because it was just not it for me, and I had no idea at the time about like all the pain I was going through. So let's see. Okay, I'm trying to gain. What do you recommend? Even if you're trying to gain weight, I highly recommend taking creatine and getting your protein in. If there was one thing that I would go back in time for to like tell like past me when she first started her fitness journey and she was like consuming so many different things and eating a lot and just didn't know what to do because she was trying to gain weight, is I would have told her to start with vegan protein and like build my muscle like in a more lean manner and just gradually, because I packed on so much weight so quickly that it like puffed me out. I felt huge. Like I should have printed out a picture of what I looked like before, because I was literally half the size of what, not even, like I was a quarter of the size. I was really small, and I think I would have much have rather done that, because I probably could have gotten to this end goal a lot quicker of just like being lean and having muscle in the right areas, if that makes sense. But yeah, again, I would recommend creatine and getting your protein in, taking vegan protein so that way you're not bloated. And of course, there's so many other supplements that you can help, like with our hydration, just to overall help with rest and recovery and just giving you energy. And yeah, let's see. I'll answer one more question, just because I didn't realize that this is already about to be 4 o'clock and I'm supposed to go on TikTok. I want the BBL allegation booty. No, that's literally my goal. That's literally my goal. I'm not even joking. Like, that's been my goal. And so that's why I'm taking my creatine, because I want to continuously get the BBL accusations. Okay, let's see. Last question. And then I am going to give out the last 3. Actually, what should my question be for the last 3? What are you thinking, Salpy? Let's see. Let's see. Is it okay to take creatine if you might have PCOS? That'll be my last question, because I think that would be actually a great live stream topic to talk about PCOS and like how to navigate that. Because again, not talked about enough. But yes, I would highly recommend taking creatine, and I would highly recommend changing your workout to being more focused on lighter weight, more reps, and of course taking your creatine, and of course eating properly, because I also think I have that. I haven't gotten tested for it, just because, yeah, but I do think, because I have seen better results by changing my workout to be catered to a PCOS person versus what I was doing before. So I think that would be a great live stream topic. But yeah, okay, let's do our last 3 giveaway people. I'm gonna just, let's see. The first 3 people to comment when One Soul started will get the last 3 of our giveaway.
The year.
Yeah, the year. So whoever can say the year that One Soul started, and they're correct, will get the last 3 of my giveaway that I'm doing. Hi guys, I'm now on Salpy's phone because I don't know what's happening with the connection here, and why it keeps ending on my end. It literally is frozen, that to the point where we're just using Salpy's phone now at this point. Yes, I'm so sorry it got cut off. I have no idea what the heck happened or why it's doing that to me. I don't know, again, if it's because of like the weather that's going on. But okay, we got all the winners written down. If you guys didn't win this time, trust me, next week, next live stream, we will be, you did say my name correctly the first time. Okay, yay! But next week we will be going live. Every single week we're going live, and every single week you're gonna wanna stay tuned, because we always are gonna have some special offers for you guys. So I highly recommend seeing you guys next week, and let us know what you guys want us to talk about next week. And yeah, so again, I'm so sorry why the heck it keeps cutting me off, but we're gonna figure that out and make sure it doesn't happen next week. But okay, bye guys.
Do you know who the last winner was?
Oh yes, it was Heart.
Is it like one word?
It was, sorry guys, we're making sure that we're getting the right winner from the last. I'm see if they joined again. It was something _ Heart Muka. I don't see it. I don't see them here in the live. But we'll figure it out. Okay, guys. Bye.